That's incredible. I mean, it's incredible the things he is doing. Monica, as simply as I can put it, why is Jimmy Butler so good right now?
Okay, hold on, Ryan, because I had our stats and research team, because I wanted to know too. So we need to look at some stats. Jimmy Butler yesterday, he did not miss a shot that started on a live ball turnover. He was 6 of 6 on open shots, and he was 6 of 13 on contested shots. And the Heat as a team shot 5 of 9 on possessions that started from a live ball turnover. And so we continue to say this, but turnovers were a huge part of that third quarter run. And that literally is like blowing fire onto Jimmy Butler and enabling him to get going. Now, I think he's playing such great ball right now that if it does come to a half-court offense, we saw him target Peyton Pritchard, look for the mismatch, and he was able to get to the free throw line where he had almost half of his points. And so he's just focused. He's playing on another level, and you can see where it energizes tremendous confidence in the rest of that roster. Nobody has really talked about the 15 points and the big-time steals that Gabe Vincent came up with, being a guy that got to start in Eastern Conference Finals that was undrafted, which is a huge deal. So Jimmy Butler's attitude and mindset has oozed down and trickled through this team, and you can see the confidence that the Heat are playing with.
And Wendy, when you talk about Jimmy Butler's confidence, you've covered him for years. You're covering these playoffs right now. You're covering the Heat. What are you seeing in Jimmy Butler right now that we don't always see in the regular season? Because I don't think that people talk about him like this transcendent superstar, but right now it feels like he is.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Butler plays chess, okay? During the regular season, he has nagging injuries. He really wants to get healed up. He doesn't have the same intensity during the regular season, doesn't have the same focus. Not that he's unfocused, but you can see how he changes everything in the playoffs. The other thing is he's a defensive playmaker. You know, Luka Doncic and Andrew Wiggins were tied basically in points last night. Luka Doncic is not a defensive playmaker. Jimmy Butler is a defensive playmaker. He has steals. He gets blocks. He can do so many things to create on both ends of the floor. So a two-way player in the playoffs is so valuable. The second thing is Jimmy doesn't do things he doesn't want to do. I know that sounds very basic, but he's not a great three-point shooter, so he doesn't shoot them. He shoots mid-range shots. He hunts mid-range shots. And like in game one, he recognized that the officials were calling fouls. So he was like, okay, you're going to call fouls. One official in particular seemed to be calling a lot of the fouls. He would drive to that official's side, and he kept getting to the foul line. He's going to outthink you. He's going to be more focused, and he's going to be tough. He is a quintessential playoff player.
It's that genius basketball IQ. So Amari, he's talking about how great of a two-way player Jimmy Butler is. Do you think he's in the conversation to be one of the best two-way players in the NBA right now?
Absolutely correct. I mean, you got to think about this guy, man. He's known to be a defensive player. You know, and you can tell he's a seasoned vet. Like, he takes his time on the basketball court. You can't speed him up. He knows where he wants to get on the court. He knows his teammates. And being able to change the game defensively is important. Like Monica was saying, you cannot turn the ball over. And Jimmy Butler's looking for steals. He's looking for those plays to change the game. And it also helps when you're in that nice, warm Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? It's like the weather's great down there. The body feels so much better.
You play better when the climate's warmer? Is that how it works?
That's how it works, man. And he's proven it. He's proven it. He's doing great out there. I love to see him out there playing both sides of the basketball court.
Well, if that's true, how did Vince play so well in Toronto for all these years?
Hey, I told him to turn the heat up inside. That's why, Ryan. Come on, man. I said it doesn't feel like Florida in here.
Oh, man, Vince, real quick, what do you expect? Go ahead, Brian.
He's on to something. When I covered LeBron playoff games in the arena, LeBron would have cramps in the playoffs, so they would turn the temperature. I swear to God, it was in the low 60s in that building. It's much warmer in the arena now that Jimmy Butler's running the show. I don't know. I'm just going to say that's actually true.
Wow. So there you go.
It's good for the body, I'm telling you. Yeah, it gets you going. That's true.
So there you go. You want to be a superstar, play somewhere warm.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.